The more I drift, the closer I get to you. She's a ghost, and the truth, it's impossible. But I love her lies. You make sure I don't find somebody new. It's the way you move. It's the way you move. I knew I'd stay with you after just one touch. The way you move has got me stuck. Got me stuck. Got me stuck. I was lost and then found inside of a dream. Running round in a circle, trying to believe. She's a ghost, and the truth, it's impossible. But I love her lies. You make sure I don't find somebody new. It's the way you move. It's the way you move. I knew I'd stay with you after just one touch. The way you move has got me stuck. Got me stuck. Got me. It's the way you move. It's the way you move. I knew I'd stay with you after just one touch. The way you move has got me stuck. Got me stuck.
Welcome inside Kauffman Stadium. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Houston Astros going up against the Kansas City Royals. First pitch coming your way next. Almost ready to get underway. Our starting pitcher in this one, Jordan Lyles. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Jose Altuve leading things off and takes a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Next one just misses. And a count 1-2.
It's a good take.
Altuve swings and connects. Deep to left. That's back there. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one. Now we check out the Astros lineup. And one to watch, of course, their 3-hole hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
Alex Bregman, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Bregman, who had a great career at LSU. He was the 2nd overall pick in 2015. He wears that number on his back, number 2. And singing, he was a big Derek Jeter fan growing up. And the pitch.
Oh, Boog, a lot of guys would love to be taken in the 1st round and 2nd overall, but Alex Bregman seems to have carried that as a chip on his shoulder over the years, not being the number 1 pick overall. And he's played in such a way where he's always trying to show people that he's the best, and it's translated on both sides of the ball.
1 down, base is empty. Got him swinging.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
The next offering misses, and now it's even 1-1. Next pitch misses, 2-1.
2-1.
2 down, nobody on. That one fouled off, 2-2.
This is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Next pitch downstairs, and the count's full.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next offering is fouled back. Three-two on the way. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Back here in Kansas City, and on the hill here today, Framber Valdez.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Number 11 in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
The wind and the pitch. That one ran inside, almost got him. That's a strike, and the count 1-2.
Got away with that one, left the curveball up a little bit. He's going to have to finish it if it's going to be an effective pitch.
On the ground. Bregman to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. One thing these guys do very well is stay out of the double play. They've hit into the fewest of any team in the league, Chris.
Well, Boog, we don't see situational hitting as that art as much as we used to because guys are slugging the ball, they're hitting it over the fence. But when you see a team that has the ability to shorten up, hit behind runners, and go first to third or first to home, man, that just adds to the element of what you're able to do in other ways with the bat. So opposing pitcher better not walk anybody or give them free base runners because these guys know what to do when men are on.
now 1-1. One of my favorite stats all time, 1997, the Hall of Famer Craig Biggio played in all 162 games for the Astros on AstroTurf, and he never hit into a double play. Falling behind 2-1. And that one missing low. And a 3-1 on the way. Fouled off left side. The line to kick the pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And a pitch. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
You know, varying speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Here comes a pitch. On the ground to third. Over to Abreu. That ends the frame. An inning in the books. No score here on the show. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, and now it's going to be Jose Abreu.
Abreu, a really hard worker, a guy who takes his craft seriously in the batting cages and on the field during batting practice. He's always trying to stay in the big part of the field, not trying to have a home run derby during BP, but understands that those are typically mistakes when you're trying to hit line drives.
That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals.
That's the ball.
That one just misses.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Swing and a tapper. And quickly one away in the second.
That is it. The left fielder, number 23.
Michael Brantley stands in.
Brantley.
And first offering is fouled off. Second inning here, no score. That one fouled off. Next offering is downstairs. That one drifts inside. 2-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Comes a 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Ripped on a line. Waters makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
That is good. The right fielder, number 20, Chaz.
Now it's the right fielder, Chaz McCormick. He swings and fouls one off. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. He was late. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The pitch. And a base hit up the middle.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
2 outs, runner at first. Jeremy Pena will hit next. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. McCormick off of first with 2 away. Next offering is in for a strike. Good eye right there.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And now 2-2. Out to center. Waters has a beat on it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. So the Astros lead 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Welcome back. Bottom of the 2nd. So here's the Royals DH, Nelson Velasquez. Chris Framber Valdez has turned into one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. He's got that power sinker and the power cologne.
And the power curveball as well. Just a joy to watch him pitch. It seems like he's been around a long time. Kind of an old soul, Boob.
And now the lefty. And there's the strike.
Yeah, just goes about his business. Gets a lot of ground balls when they put it in play. And just loves being out there. And as for the cologne, makes him pitch better, he believes. I always thought cologne made me smell better.
Here's the 0-2. Chris Framber uses 3 types of cologne. Tropical scent for pitching, a more subtle smell when he's not pitching, and a very intense smell for when he goes. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Well, it's safe to say he won't be getting invited to the charity golf tournament this offseason.
Runner on the go. On the ground to the left. Bregman to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the 2nd.
Batting 6th, the second baseman.
So up now for Kansas City, Nick Lofton.
Dancing around this midnight, getting all wound up to go downtown.
And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
As a hitter, I'll take that all day long. An off-speed pitch, it's not going to rattle your cage too much.
Stepping in, number 88. First offering and it just misses.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
One out. Runners at first and second. Next offering is in for a strike. Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson. A consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
In for a strike, and it's 1-2. And that one almost got him. Two on, one out. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two now. And another ball. Drew Waters next up for Kansas City. Lifted in the air out to left. And there are two outs.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
So first and second with two outs. Drew Waters steps in for the Royals. Just missed. Two outs, a couple of base runners at first and second. Next offering is down low.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And here it comes. And now 2 balls and a strike. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. And it's off the wall. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. It's 2-zip.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. But all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So 2 down, and next up for the Royals, Dairon Blanco. There's a swing and a drive. That one's back. Out of here. He sends a rocket to left. Third home run of the season. It's 4-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
Number 11 steps in for the Royals. And a a foul ball left side.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
2 outs. And that skips in the dirt. And it is 2-1. The pitch. Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike. Out towards left center. Myers ranges to his right, flashes the leather on the run and catch. And that'll do it. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We played 2 full. It's the Royals 4 and the Astros nothing. Back here at the ballpark, top half of the 3rd inning, and stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers. The wind of the pitch. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
And he deals. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. And now it's even up.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. In the air, right field. Blanco under it. And makes the grab. And there's one away.
Batting ninth, the catcher,
Martin Maldonado up to hit. Maldonado measures 6 feet even, 230 pounds, and he was born in Puerto Rico. Slice to right, and foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got it by him for the K.
Up next for the Astros,
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Fly to left his first time up. In there for strike 1.
0-1.
A little bit low.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
1-2 now. Altuve waits. In the dirt. On to first. And they get Altuve for the out. 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Royals 4 and the Astros nothing. And welcome back. Bottom of the inning. Leading off, Bobby Witt Jr.
the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
Valdez back to work. And he takes a strike.
Well, these Royals doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Next pitch misses way outside. Way inside, gets out of the way. And a pitch. And there's a ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. Safe at second.
He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
Here's the left fielder, Edward Olivares. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That misses off the outside edge. Witt at second with nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike. That one down the line, and that's just foul. And a 1-2. And that's down and away. No outs. Runner on second. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Nelson Velasquez steps in for the Royals. Hit by a pitch his first time and then came around to score.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw to third, and he's in there easily.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the bag, try to make you think that you've got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that. Get a comfortable lead, got a great jump, and that's how you steal third base.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. One away with a runner at third. Hard hit, left field, base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's 5-0. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Framber Valdez won't go any further, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Bennett Sousa on a pitch out of the pen here.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Man at second with one away, and now it's Matt Duffy. Grounded out his first time. Strike one.
0-1.
Man at second. And a good eye there. Chris, you look at it, these are the spots where guys can come on, pitch well, instill some confidence in the manager, and all of a sudden they're pitching higher leverage spots in the postseason.
Well, in this final month, I mean, this is an audition period for the call-ups, but it's also for that marginal reliever that was on the roster throughout the season to maybe step up and be on that playoff roster.
Now batting, second baseman, Nick.
And to the plate for Kansas City, Nick Lofton, hit by a pitch his first time up. And a base hit into right. Velasquez around third. Dives for the tag. Got him. And that is out number 3.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
As we go to the top of the 4th, now it's Alex Bregman, the right-hander, back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Good eye right there. And the righty deals. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes for the second time today.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Alvarez batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Misses off the inside. 1-1. Chris, Alvarez has turned into one of the best young hitters, maybe one of the best hitters in all of baseball. He's got set. Now a dive at short, the throw, and they get the out.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy in the mound.
Jose Abreu up to hit. Grounded out back to the pitcher his first time. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Yeah, and won that Silver Slugger Award in 2022 and a slugging percentage of .613 and OPS over 1,000.
The 0-1. And fouled off. Oh, 2 now. Bounced up the middle. Witt tosses to first. That takes care of Abreu. That's out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Royals 5 and the Astros nothing. Back here in Kansas City, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, number 64. And a pitch. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
They say you win.
0-2.
And 1-2.
That's the ball.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
The center fielder.
Drew Waters stands in. Doubled his first time up. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Give it to him, Royals.
At the belt and fires. Bounding ball here. Rolls foul. Kicks and fires. That one ran inside. Almost got him. And a 1-2. And down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts.
The right fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder, Dairon Blanco. He's already homered here in this one. Pitch is in there. Strike one. That one is upstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Come on, Royals.
Next offering is in for a strike. That's a little bit low.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The pitch. Trying to get him to chase on the changeup that time.
You got a full count.
On the ground, right side. Altuve slings to first. Royals set down in order. Royals bats are quiet there as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's Michael Brantley.
The left fielder, number 23, Michael Brantley.
The pitch. And downstairs.
Well, these Astros just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 2. Next offering away upstairs.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And there's ball 4.
That's ball 4. Runner, take your base.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
McCormick stands in now and watches strike 1. Brantley aboard here at first with nobody out. That one misses,
1-1.
and the count is 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
The 1-2. And that's a little bit high. And that one hammered back there. Out of here. A towering shot to right. And they slice into the lead. It's 5-2.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
At the plate, Jeremy Pena. First pitch, and he just misses.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And the right-hander deals. And it's fouled away. Righty delivers. And a foul ball.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
The 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Tell you what, those are the types of guys pitchers really like to punch out when they're on the mound, because if they get on, just the distraction that they create with all that speed over on the base pass, it could take away your focus from the next hitter, and that's the last thing you want to do is serve up a pitch that a guy hits over the fence, and it's a multi-run home run.
Kicks and deals. That clips the corner.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Good eye in that spot.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Win. Not in time. He legs it out.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Here's the catcher, Martin Maldonado.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That missed. That's
First offering misses the mark.
1-0.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. And it's even up. Good eye right there. Now move to first, and he's back in safely. Grounder might be 2. Lofton feeds to second, out there, and that's 2. 2-run shot for the Astros this inning. It's now 5-2. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Jose Urquidy. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball.
Number 65, Jose Urquidy.
Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, number 11.
The third baseman,
And the pitch. And ball one.
Well, these Royals really impressing me with the
strike.
quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
So 2 balls and no strikes.
2-0.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Joel Kuhnel preparing to come on if needed. The count 2-1. Liner, base hit.
Now batting, shortstop.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. 1 for 2. That one's in there, and that's strike 1. Urquidy, a guy that comes at you with one of the biggest curveballs around. It's got a ton of movement. Fouled off down the right side. In the dirt, but kept close. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
And what makes it so good is the tilt and the late break to it. Kind of reminds me of Andy Pettit as far as how sharp that breaking ball is.
Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first. And yes, he offered at it.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Edward Olivares steps in for the Royals. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Boog, I think sometimes it's best to go up there and actually look for the breaking ball, because if you're trying to hit the fastball and adjust to that breaking ball, which you know he wants to put you away with, you're just going to swing and miss.
And now 2-0.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Righty to the plate. That one is absolutely belted. And foul as it bangs off the fence. And a pitch. That's inside. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Nelson Velasquez steps in for the Royals. Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. That's what the fans came to see. His 14th of the year. And they tack on to their lead. It's 8-2.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, Joel Kuhnel.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So up next, Matt Duffy. Out to short. Over to Abreu. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Royals, the second baseman,
Nick Lofton steps in for the Royals.
And my thorns with bruises keep my heart a little broken. And though wide open.
Pitch misses
that's outside.
Ball 1. And that's outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That one hooked foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Next offering clips the zone count even at 2. Stays alive. Why to kick the pitch. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Royals grab 3 on this homer. It's now 8-2. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Steven Cruz. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Number 40 up and loosening in the pen. Right-hander kicks, deals. One of the skill sets Altuve brings to the table, he is a notorious bad ball hitter, but whether it's in the zone or out of the zone, since he debuted in 2011, no player has more hits in the majors than Jose Altuve.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Strike 2.
Yeah, Boog and Altuve, a 3-time AL batting champ and the first second baseman to win multiple batting titles since Hall of Fame second baseman Rod Carew won 5 batting titles between 1969 and 1975.
He handles it himself. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
now batting, third baseman, Alex Bregman.
And now it's Alex Bregman, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, not close. Cruz, in his rookie season, 23 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
The pitch. That's outside, and it's 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. This guy has turned into a beast. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Man at first, Jose Abreu getting ready to hit. That one's in there, 0-1. Bounce to the right. Throws to first. That takes care of Abreu. And that is the third out of the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. 7, 8, 9, 2 up in the home half of the inning. Royals 8 and the Astros 2. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, bottom of the 6th inning, and now number 88. Cunell back to work. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Fought off foul. Pitch is in the dirt. Now 1-2. And now 2-2.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Chopped left side. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The center fielder, number 6.
So up now for Kansas City, Drew Waters. That one's in there. That's strike one. Ball one there. Next pitch is outside.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
The pitch.
Ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And that's ball four.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Blanco in the box for the third time today as he takes that one off the plate. Blanco in his rookie season, 29 years old, and he was born in Cuba. Check swing, no appeal. Now 2-0. That to right. Drops into the glove. 2 down.
Up next for the Royals, the third baseman, Michael Garcia.
So the Royals batting order turns over. Here's a speed threat, number 11, 1 for 3. Feels like it's less common today that you see a guy like this. The speed component, the contact component, but lack of power. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Myers tracks it down for the out. So one left for Kansas City. They lead at 8-2. Top of inning number 7. Michael Brantley to start things off.
I think baseball's starting to understand that those guys are valuable like they once were. They need them in this game today.
The wind and the pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
The 0-2. To the right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And they get Brantley for the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
And next to hit for Houston, Chas McCormick. He's already homered in this game. That one catches the zone. That's strike one.
Some guys are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Next offering upstairs. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. The 2-1. And that one fouled off. And the 2-2. Bounce to third. Sends it to first. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Now batting, shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
So next up for Houston, Jeremy Pena. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. The wind of the pitch. And that's outside.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 2-2.
And what makes him even quicker is the fact that he's so dialed in on the pitch as it's moving through the hitting zone. He can see how that hitter's lined up, what he's trying to do, and where that pitch is going to end up, which gives him that really quick first step. And that's why he makes so many great plays.
The 2-2. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Astros are down quietly, and it's still 8-2. Back here at the ballpark, set for the last half of the 7th. And to the plate for Kansas City, Bobby Witt Jr. Here comes a pitch. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Next pitch is outside. Ball 2. Hammered, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Didn't get cheated on that swing and squared it up perfectly. Came off the bat at 111, and when that's the case, the odds are very much in your favor as a hitter.
Now, Edward Olivares. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball there. The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And looking for the K.
Now back.
Man at first, Nelson Velasquez steps in for the Royals. And he swings and misses, and it's nothing in one.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting, because of tendencies, a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Now one
ball,
miss.
1 strike.
Witt, the base runner at first with 1 out. Just off the outside part of the plate. Next offering is down low, and the count is 3-1. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
First and second, 1 out. And next up for the Royals, Matt Duffy. And that's in there for strike 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And here it comes. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Next offering misses, and the count is 1-2.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Two on, 1 out. Pitch misses there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the count filled up 3-2.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put them away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Here's the second baseman, Nick Lofton. In there, and it's 0-1.
Tough situation right here. It's so important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
On the ground, out to short. The throw to second is offline.
That one really hurts. You're already down in the game, and that error puts you even further behind. Just can't let it compound from here, though. You got to flush it, get ready for the next one, make a play, get back in the dugout.
So the bases are loaded here, 1 man gone. Next is the Royals catcher, number 88. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Lofton coming home. He scores as well. They clear the bases, and it's now 12-2.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Hector Neris gets the ball now.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Now here is Drew Waters. In there for strike one. And he deals. Crushed to right, and that one's going to leave the park. Out of here. Home run. His 9th homer of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 14-2.
Put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
And now the right fielder, Dairon Blanco. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Here's 0-1. And he pumps it a strike. Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Phil Maton getting ready to go. Oh, 0-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Next pitch is outside. And another ball.
2-2.
Here's a 2-2. Got him swinging.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Number 11 in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. They say you win.
0-2.
Gonna count 1-2.
That's outside.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
2-2.
Next pitch downstairs, and the count is filled up. Bobby Witt Jr. waits on deck. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Runner at first with 2 away. And the batter now, Bobby Witt Jr. Out towards right center field. McCormick has it sized up, and he makes the catch. And that ends the inning. So in the end, 10 men come to the plate. 6 of them come around to score. We look ahead to inning number 8. KC leads this one 14-2. So digging in, Jake Myers. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And a pitch. And misses inside. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And now it's filled up. Line to left. Fair ball. And it kicks off the base of the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Here's the catcher to hit, Martin Maldonado. Late swing fouled off. Right-handed reliever. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Olivares makes the catch. Runner tags up for third. Not in time. He's safe.
Up next for the Astros, the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
So the Houston lineup turns over. Jose Altuve, the next to hit. Singy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Strike two.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
The 0-2. Left field. Olivares moving under it. Makes the catch. Runner tags for home. The throw is offline and he's in to score. It's 14-3 now.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Here's Alex Bregman. When you played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and there were some that just had a knack, could understand it.
Olivares pulls that one down, and that's the inning. So they get one run, one hit, no errors, no one left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Royals out front 14-3. Now the left fielder, Edward Olivares.
The left fielder, Edward Olivares.
The right-hander back to work. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Edge of the zone, called a strike, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. At The belt and fires. Ground ball to Abreu. And he takes it himself for the out.
Up next to the Royals, the designated hitter.
Now it's the DH, Nelson Velasquez. That's in there. Strike one. And the pitch is outside, ball one. And the right-hander deals. That one in there across the letters. One, two now. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So up now for Kansas City, Matt Duffy. Lifted in the air, right center field. McCormick has it sized up. 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman, Nick Lofton.
Nick Lofton steps in for the Royals. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And to the plate for Kansas City, number 88.
Drove in 3 last time up, and another chance to put something on the board here.
That misses. And that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
First and second, 2 down. Next pitch is outside. Kicks and fires. Now 3-0. And there's the automatic.
3-1.
And the righty deals. That one ripped right center field. That ball's carrying. Gone. He muscles that one out the opposite way, and they tack on 3. It's 17-3.
Like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. The slight opposite field into the gap, man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Bill Maytop taking over on the mound. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty. And next up for the Royals, Drew Waters. In the air to left down the line. Brantley in position. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. But the big blow of the inning comes right here. A 3-run homer. Last chance coming up here for the Astros. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Angel Serpa. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Here's Yordan Alvarez.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Serpa, a 6-foot lefty, 220 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. And first offering is fouled off. Next pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
And that's in the dirt. And it's 2-2. Comebacker to the mound. The throw to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
The first baseman, Jose Abreu.
And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Jose Abreu. There's the strike. Good eye right there. That's in there. 1-2. Ripped on a line to center. And puts the squeeze on it. That's out number 2.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Now Michael Brantley steps in. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
That clips the corner. The 1-1. And it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit weakly on the ground. Lofton. Throw to first. That'll do it. And the Royals take this one in a blowout.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching, guys are making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can, perhaps push it up to double digits.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
What is this?